Hello, my name's Maya. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name's Maya. Hello, thank you for checking out the video. If you're new, my name's Maya and my videos are all about beauty, wellness, fitness and lifestyle. Today is going to be a super short video. I'm just going to be quickly running through my monthly empties. This month is all about eyes. I don't know about you, but when I don't feel like putting on much makeup, I always have to have my brows and my lashes on. Even if I'm going to the gym, I literally have my brows and my lashes on. So eyes are pretty important to me, and especially now when everyone's wearing masks, the only contact that we're having with people is through our eye contact. So might as well make sure they're looking good, right? So today I'm just going to run through a small range of products, all of which I've been using for at least a month. So I think that's a good enough amount of time to be able to make a good judgment on them. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is this little cute palette from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I picked this one up when I was in a squeeze one day, as I often do with new products. Grab this one, and actually I find it to be really quite nice, especially for the price. If memory serves me rightly, this was £5 or less. And previously, I just thought it was completely unheard of to get good quality makeup at that sort of price point. So I'm just going to show you the actual pigmentation on there. So that one I would use for like the base for my eyeshadow. You see that pigment. That pigment is decent though. So we've got two matte colours and we've got two shimmer colours. So you can see that is the more bronzy one, and then you got the more pinky shimmer here. And then finally, that's the last one. So those are the two matte colours. So you've got that really nice base colour there, which is just like a really sort of beigey pink. I'll show you the palette in a second. And then you've got this one here, which is slightly more pink, like a pinky brown that's leaning more towards the pink side. And then you've got two shimmers in the middle. So you've got this sort of coppery pink colour, and then you've got more like a, let's say like a raspberry ice sort of colour. So that is the palette there. So obviously you've got your two matte ones, and you've got that coppery sheen, and then you've got the pinky sheen. The copper sheen is slightly more sheeny than the pink, but to be honest, I find that especially at this time of year, that palette is so wearable on like warm skin tones. I'll be honest, I don't really wear shimmery colours on my eyes. So my go-to is this base colour here, which you can see is a really nice base. You can hardly even see it on my hand there. So that just kind of freshens up the eye area. And then I'll go in and I'll define the crease with this colour here. And I might run a little bit underneath my eye line as well. Next up, another Superdrug purchase. Now, when it comes to cosmetics, I really do go all the way from high street to high end. Just with some of the formulations that are actually coming out of these high street products, or drugstore products as they call them, I'm actually getting more and more confident in the standards that these products are coming in. I've always worn premium brand mascaras. I've always just found that the high street mascaras, they're either not pigmented enough, or they just don't do what I want them to do to my lashes. And there's been some really iconic mascaras in the past that people have raved about, and I've just been like, no, you know. So for me, it's always been Lancome mascaras. I like Christian Dior mascara, and I also like YSL mascara. My premium brand mascaras usually come in at between 18 and 25 pounds. So to pick this one at like 8 to 10 pounds, I was like, it's got to be worth a try. And the first time I put it on, I really, really liked it. But then, literally from the second time I put it on, I just did not like this mascara at all. I hated the way that it made my lashes look. It just made them look clumpy. All the things that I previously thought about cheap mascaras was what I thought that this product was doing. However, I'm actually wearing it today. Now, I usually wear lashes when I'm doing videos, but I thought I'd actually just not wear lashes today so I can show you what the impact of this mascara is on its own. I thought that today was going to be a bad review on this mascara. I didn't think I was going to have anything good to say about it. But actually, just last night, I discovered what the trick is to this mascara. And that is to just completely wipe all the excess product off. So when you take it out of the bottle, you have to wipe it all off, literally all of it. So I'll show you, once I've taken all the product off, you'll be able to see how much is on the rim. Now, it's got little fibres in it, and you can see them when you do this. So that's going to really sort of like build up the lashes and give them a good length. So it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's meant to make your lashes look like falsies. But to me, before I learnt this little technique, it was making them look too clumpy and like not nice and separated and fluffy. So can you see how long it's taken me to take all this product off? To be honest, would I buy this mascara again? No, I wouldn't, because I don't have time to be doing this all the time. But while I've got this mascara, this is the technique that I'm going to use. So if you've got this one and you've written it off, try this before you chuck it. Can you see how much is in the rim? Yeah, so all that excess would have been going on your lashes. And that's when it just looks tacky, in my opinion. So yeah, once I've done that, then I literally just go in and I do several really light coats. And then you get a look which is still quite built up, but you still got some separation as well. So yeah, that's my little tip for you on that one. I would say if I was to give that a mark out of 10, I would probably give that a 6, in all honesty, just for my personal preference. If you like that sort of real, you know, grungy, thick, clumped together lashes, because I know that that is a look. If you like that, then absolutely, this is a fantastic mascara for you. But for me, I prefer my lashes to look a bit more like how false lashes look, in terms of like when they're all sort of like separated and fluffy. And that's not going to do it unless you do that little technique that I just showed you. Next, we've got the Dr. Murad Vita C Eyes Dark Circle Corrector. Now, obviously, I'm partnered with Murad, as you can see. So I am a little bit biased, but to be honest, there's a reason why I chose to go with Murad over any other product line on the market. For me, Dr. Murad, the technology behind the products is absolutely fantastic. They're extremely innovative and their ethos is just exactly in line with mine. So everything that they do is talking about basically beauty from a cellular level. So as well as working at the skin surface, their products are always going to have things that go like right below the skin surface and do the work below the surface as well. The vitamin C gives like a really nice brightening effect of the skin. And what's really nice about this product is that blob that I just put on. Now this is expensive, I'm not going to lie. In terms of an eye cream, it is pretty pricey. Definitely on the medium to high end of the spectrum. But that blob that you just saw me put on was actually way too much. That was probably like 2 applications. So I mean, I've had this bottle for 2 to 3 months and I use it every single day, at least once a day. And I would say that this isn't even halfway finished, to be honest. So, but as you can see, once I've rubbed it in, it gives the skin a very slight sheen. And the reason why that is fantastic in an eye cream is because it actually reflects the light. So those light reflecting particles are going to just completely brighten up that eye area. Sometimes if I just want to do brows and mascara, it's enough to just put this on with no concealer. As well as brightening the skin over time with the vitamin C and the other like really hydrating ingredients that it's got in there, it also gives an instant brightening effect, which is just, that's what you want, right? You don't just want something that's going to work in 2 months' time. Let's have something that works in 2 minutes. So yeah, no, that's a really good one. And finally, I know this is a bit of a cult product at the moment, so I had really, really high hopes of using this. I actually started using this at the beginning of December, and I'll be honest, I was using it, sometimes it'd be every night, sometimes it'd be every 2 nights. So on average, I would say I was using this every 2 nights. But once I did that eyelash tutorial at New Year's, the full mascara, and just over that sort of period as well, I was wearing false lashes a lot. And particularly with that full mascara stuff, something that I didn't realise at the time of filming it, but that bond that they've got on there is pretty strong. So I was kind of like feeling like a little, like my eyelashes weren't looking as full as usual. And so that's when I ramped up using this like every single night. And I have to be honest, I know that with eyelash products, they tend to say that it's like 3 months before you see any results. And to be fair to it, I haven't used it every single night. But I would say that given the reviews, I was hoping to see a better result than what I've seen with this. If anything, I would say I have seen a bit of growth on the lashes, especially the ones in the center of my eye for some reason. But just given some of the pictures that I've seen for this brand, it just didn't live up to what I expected. So I am going to give this one another try just for like another month which will make it 3 months, and I'm going to make sure that I use it absolutely every single night. I have actually used Lash in the past, and I did notice a result quicker with the Lash. Quite a noticeable result. All the reviews that I've seen more recently about like the best eyelash growth serums on the market at the moment, this one always comes out towards the top. So I was actually really surprised. It even comes out higher than Lash. But I got to be honest, I saw better results with Lash on after a shorter period of time. But as I will say, I will continue to use this one for another month or so and see if anything major happens. What I will say though is that with the Fulscara application, there was one eye that I had to reapply the bond quite a few times because I just got it wrong the first time I put it on. I got it wrong, so I had to just like take it off and reapply it. And that was like a nightmare. There's so much bond in my eyelashes for like the next couple of days. So there was one eye that I felt like, you know, was more sparse than the other one. I will say that both sets of lashes do look even, but it's difficult to say whether that would have happened anyway over the course of a month. So yeah, I would say out of 10, I would give this one probably so far a 6. So that's it. Those are my empties for this month. I'm not going to give up my quest for an affordable mascara. I haven't been completely put off by this Maybelline one because, as I said, once I got the technique right, then it is much better than that initial application. So I do feel like maybe with a different bottleneck or a different brush with the same formula, then I would actually have quite a nice result. So I am going to keep searching for a better high street mascara. If you've got any favourites, then please do let me know. And I'm also quite keen to do a full face of e.l.f. makeup because I've kind of like dipped my toe like gradually with e.l.f. So I started with a concealer, which I really like. I've literally worn that concealer every day since I got it. And then I kind of went into brow product and now gone into their eyeshadow. And I've even tried their lip glosses as well. So I'm more or less at that full face already, but I haven't quite been brave enough to try the foundation. So that's something that I'd really like to do at some point. It's literally the situation of the lockdown why I've kind of almost had to shift from my more premium brands into these high street brands. So this is very much like a new journey for me as well in terms of discovering all these high street brands. So if you like that sort of thing, there's going to be lots more coming up. I do one of these every single month. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you next time.